Hi everybody, this is CoCo Lee, and I am in Changsha, China, and I am on my way to Infinity and Beyond, the show Infinity and Beyond, and I'm going to rehearsal right now. Let's go with me.
好，来，现场准备，5、4、3、2、1，走。
Usually if I have a choice, if I can like pick songs, I always, on my list, there's Cantonese songs. Finally, there's a show that I get to sing these songs that I grew up with from this, late 70s to the 80s and the early 90s. And so they really influenced me. And I always want to share these amazing memories because all these artists really mold me into the artist that I am today.
Back in the summer of 1993, CoCo Lee, who was attending college in the United States, returned to Hong Kong to visit her family during the holidays and happened to participate in a singing competition where she was the runner-up.
It was like summer break, and I go and see them. And then also at the same time was it's called New Talent Search, which is 新秀歌唱比賽, which is one actually the biggest singing contest, which discovered a lot of amazing singers like Anita Mui, Grasshoppers, Hocken Lee. I mean, you name it, they were probably a part of that show.
A cultural trend dominated by movies, television, and pop music formed in Hong Kong and quickly swept through Asia. On the shores of the Hong Kong River, the stars were shining. On July 1st, 1997, Hong Kong officially returned to the motherland. At the crossroads of East and West, the Hong Kong SAR became the most dazzling pearl of the Orient in Asia in terms of political, economic, and cultural development. It was also in this meaningful year that CoCo Lee returned to Hong Kong from Taiwan.
Yes, that time, 1997, my career was, going uphill. And I think that was the time that I was releasing Didadi, was going to release Didadi. And I mean, I was lucky enough to get Best New Artist Award when I first released in 1994. And then Sony came and bought my contract out, and so I belonged to an international company.
Okay, y'all, remember this name, CoCo Lee. You may not have heard of her yet, but you will.
CoCo could be the first Asian pop star to cross over to the American market.
One of the most influential female recording artists in Asia.
Everybody, CoCo Lee, Asian diva superstar.
And a lot of people have this, misperception that we sing with maybe a bit of a wrong accent. So now it's approved that we can sing R&B and we can sing pop, and we do sing very well.
Well, you definitely can sing.
Thank you.
Partially, I grew up in the Western world, and I did face discrimination, and it was tough to be minority as Chinese, and I felt that wasn't. I almost felt like because when I was young, my mom always teach us, never forget your roots, never forget where you came from. I'm Chinese and proud to be Chinese. And so I always remember that. When I was growing up and, and then I start to see discrimination, I'm like, this ain't right. Especially, why is it in the music industry, in the whole international stage, you never see like a pop Asian artist? Why not? We have lots of talent. I mean, because I became a singer, I've seen so many great talents. Great enough, some better than any of the Western singers that I've seen. So I'm like, it is just that we were never given the chance.
At the turn of the millennium, China was a sleeping dragon now on a rapid rise, drawing the attention of the entire world. In 2001, China won the bid and became the host country for the 29th Summer Olympic Games in 2008.
The Games of the 29th Olympiad
29届奥运会。
I was actually there in person to witness that historical moment. I was there in Moscow, and then when they said Beijing, we were all like, ah! Everybody started crying. It was just so emotional, because I think people, all Chinese people from all over the world, just felt that proud moment. Oh my God, Beijing got it, Beijing got it.
That same year, a variety of talent and work began to emerge in the field of Chinese art and culture.
One of the 10 nominations for the Chinese language film Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon went to the original song A Love Before Time. Here is CoCo Li to perform A Love Before Time.
This is the first time a Chinese singer has performed at the Academy Awards. Since then, she has been continuing making firsts for Chinese artists.
Oh, having first. My mom really loves that. Even like when we were in school, she wanted to make sure you gotta like get number one, like A student. So she was very tough on us. But I think that also molded me into the personality that I'm today, where I believe in breaking barriers. Being the first is you're breaking barriers. And always the first is not easy, to be honest, it's not easy. But at least I was brave enough to do it, because once somebody does it, then other Asians, other Chinese artists will realize, hey, we got a chance. Why don't we do this? CoCo did it. We should do this. We should think big, go for the whole entire world, let the world know our talent, 我们的才华. This is the most important thing to me. Change history, change music history forever.
In 2022, China marked the 44th anniversary of reform and opening up, and the HKSAR marked the 25th anniversary of its return to the motherland.
So I feel right now there's a lot more presence of Chinese artists, Chinese musicians, or Chinese talents internationally. The whole trend has changed. The China market is massive, and very, everyone wants to get into China's market now. A lot of, the Western world, a lot of artists. I remember, was it the Xichen Nanhai Westlife, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a concert, right? And I was like, wow. See, I think that's cool. They appreciate us. They appreciate, the Chinese market. And I like that. I'm like, respect.
CoCo 是我特别惊喜的，因为我一直很好奇，为什么他的这个国际的音乐身份很突出，但是他从香港出发的歌手，他身上的香港标签，他到底贴在哪儿了？后来我才知道，其实他一直贴在心里。
Yes, Hong Kong, I just remember myself as a baby, and my childhood is there. And my childhood, to be honest, there was a lot of amazing, happy moments, so innocent, and yet there was a lot of pain also. There was a lot of pain, a lot of hardship that I went through that I've never really spoken about. But I think those hardship, those pain that I went through helped me to be who I am today. Very patient. And I am like made of steel. Like I am not afraid of hardship whatsoever. No matter how tough, how hard it is, I can do it. I don't regret anything that I do in life. Everything I believe happens for a reason. So whether it's good or bad, it's all part of your journey. Would I do it again? Absolutely.
我係 CoCo 李玟，出道已經27年。無論我企喺幾大嘅國際舞台上，但我依然可以自豪嘅講，我係中國人，我來自中國香港。